Isn't it great when I never follow my schedule for timing? Listen, to be fair, the schedule is like always ever only accurate for days, and even then only barely. Sorry, just been busy. There's a lot of things that I've had to like finish off. So thankfully, we're all done. As always, again, welcome to the stream. Again, always appreciate it. You don't have to be here or anything. But also, a slight update on the schedule. I couldn't figure out what time the Halloween thing is happening for the pumpkin game. So we're gonna do the pumpkin game like relatively, like basically the Halloween stuff is gonna start relatively early-ish. Not super early. Let's say like, I don't know, 2 p.m. Eastern, which is like 6 p.m. UTC. What is UTC? What is UTC? I never get this. 2 p.m. Eastern to UTC. Yeah, 6 p.m. UTC. Right, because Eastern is 4 hours behind. I get it now. Why does everyone use PST? I don't understand. PST is even less comprehensive. Though to be fair, I do follow mostly Japanese games, which, again, Japan is in Pacific time. Well, it's in JST, but it's like very close to Pacific time. And I guess global release dates in that time zone is like, easier to like deal with and convert to than from anything else. But that's the plan. Okay, we're gonna be doing it slightly earlier and around like 6 p.m. UTC because I have no clue when that whole thing happens. I am curious to see what's gonna happen inside of that weird tunnel. I imagine it might be like a rave or something, right? Like I don't know, not like a rave, but like, you know what I mean? Like, no, definitely a rave. Like, think about it. What do you do inside of an abandoned tunnel? You go in a rave. That pumpkin game, by the way, that pumpkin carving game, the annual Ghost Town Festival, it has a speedrun category. It is a speedrun time until Morbius, okay? There's a Morbius sort of like sign that just pops up, and apparently the speedrun is you go down a specific route, and you have to optimize it such that your like route takes you there at the perfect time. And from the very start of the game, you have to go up to the Morbius sign or like something and like get like jump scared by it. I didn't see the Morbius sign because I never went through to explore it, but apparently it's there. One other thing that I also realized, it's gonna be a stupid story, but I just had salt, not like bath salts or anything. Like I just tasted just salt because I was trying to find sugar, and I still don't know how to tell sugar and salt apart. Like MSG is easy because every single time that there's MSG looks like longer crystals, right? Salt and sugar look basically the same, except sugar is like slightly shinier or something, but I can never tell because I always forget the baseline of shiny. So I go and I'm trying to find sugar because I just made tea, right? I'm like, oh yeah, you can't have tea without sugar. If it's not sweet, it's not tasty. I'm trying to find it and I'm tasting everything, and I avoid the MSG. I tasted some other thing which I don't know what it was, and then I tasted salt. And I think my body has been salt deprived because when I tasted the salt, it's like all my senses like lit up. And I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing that I've ever had. And I stopped myself and I was like, wait, I sound like a salt addict. I sound like I'm like, not dehydrated. What's the opposite of dehydrated? It's like when you're anemic, you crave iron, right? Very much the same concept. You crave iron when you're anemic. So what ended up happening was that I just had like a whole finger pinch of like salt, and I was like, wow, this tastes great. Can you imagine being like a really ancient cook or something? You've never seen salt. Like, again, somebody had to invent salt. Not like invent it, but like, you know what I mean? Like, we usually got like salt naturally from like natural sources, from the plants and vegetables we ate, or when we dug up like root vegetables and it came on that dirt and we didn't wash it off because like heck it, right? Or from like animals have like a lot of salt in them, for obvious reasons. Or when like when we kill or when we eat a goat, right? Those goats that hang on the side of like dams or like mountains, licking salt off of the rocks. Same deal. Wait, do you think people used to like lick rocks as like candy, like a salt candy? Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is, can you imagine being the first cook ever to have salt, right? You're just doing your own thing. You're renowned in your little village as like a very good cook, okay? Then all of a sudden, some trader comes by from another village or like tribe or whatever. He's like, hey buddy, guess what I got today? And he pulls out this like bag of mysterious sort of flakes, okay? Because again, Salt back then, like you like it's still today. You like you just dry ocean water, which if you think about it, it's kind of nasty. Actually. It's kind of nasty if you think about it. Imagine all the shit inside, dude. Imagine like, what if on the day that you're harvesting sea salt, a whale nuts in the water, right? It's over. It's over for you. But imagine he goes, "Hey, you wanna try some of this? This is gonna make your food taste amazing." And you're like, "Shut the fuck! My food is delicious." Nobody dares say that. And you're about to like kill him for his crime of talking down onto your food. He's like, "No, sir. Try one single flake of salt." And you take it from him. And you put it into your mouth. And it tastes just like that thing that you always taste when you cook the meat just right on your clay. Or did they have iron back then? No, I don't think they had iron. On your clay pot or on your rock. Or how the skin of a fish ends up tasting like that when you grill it over a fire freshly caught from the ocean. And then, like, all by 20, whatever pounds or bags, whatever metric system they like use back then. Did they use other systems? When was the metric system invented? I'm getting too far ahead of myself with time traveling, okay? Can you imagine? All of a sudden, he is the best cook in like the entire region. Nay, the continent. Word spreads of his food, and all of a sudden, Gordon Ramsay is born. That's how it goes. And I realized just how crazy it must have been to be the first person to witness salt. Nowadays, I think we, I think we need to all detox off of salt. We need to stop eating salt. Right now. Throw away your salt, throw away your sugar, throw away your MSG. Just eat flavorless, okay? And then just add one drop of salt to your food. You're gonna be bouncing off the walls like, wow! You really can't go wrong. But I had the salt. I didn't find sugar, by the way. My tea, let me say something. Yeah, that's it's pretty bad actually. It just tastes like green tea. Not that green tea is bad. Not that green tea is bad. Green tea isn't bad, okay? I love green tea. But I like sugar. You can't go wrong with like sugar. It sucks too, because like, realistically, I should go and get some more sugar, but I'm just so lazy to go and like do it. It's like, it's just like plan the entire grocery trip, basically. Because if you go grocery shopping for just sugar, you're basically doomed. But today, the plans are going to be slightly changed, okay? Because the download just finished. We're going to be doing a Mori, and then I was going to end it off today with some World of Horror, but Tales and Tactics actually got a new update. A Halloween update, which I was very surprised about. Let me just go over what the update actually is, if I can even show it. How do you just put this? Okay, whatever. You go here, you go here, you go here. The Tales and Tactics Spooky Season Update now live. I can't show my screen because of the copious amounts of dirty, naughty stuff on my screen. So maybe, well, not naughty stuff, but like, I have to show adult game setting on like Steam, so I'm assuming I shouldn't show it. But there's apparently new stuff. There's a new region all of a sudden, which is crazy because again, if you look at the roadmap, which you can't see it right now, again, maybe I can't show it. I don't know. I just need to make sure. Oh God. Here we go. Okay. If I can just show this really quickly. Just give me a moment to set this up. I need to make sure that it doesn't show any of the adult games. Because boy, that would be embarrassing. Yes, capture cursor, yeah. No. Eat shit. Sorry. Oh no, something happened. Okay, it broke. Remove that, add it back. We do this again. I don't know why it always does this. I hate how OBS does the undo button. And I press it by like, on like habit. So whenever I do it on like habit, what ends up happening is like, it keeps on breaking the entire thing. I really wish I knew why. The problem is it won't break until I, transition back towards the scene. Like so. And then I go back here and then I do it again. God. Why is undo such an automatic response? There we go, okay. Crop it down. Just in case. Just so nothing else appears. Because, oh boy, Listen, we just hit 50 followers. Let's not risk it. I know I've been playing risky recently, but hey, let's not risk it any further. Bring me down here. Gonna make myself smaller over here too. This is gonna be hard to read, okay? It's my bad. It's gonna be very, very hard to read. Well, probably. Just look really closely at the screen or listen to my voice. The roadmap for Tales and Tactics was originally just, Update 1, new act Graveyard, new character, additional person unlocks, upgrade Unreal Engine 5, right? I thought this was going to be way later, but thinking about it now, look, there's a holiday update, and there's a Graveyard update. When is a Graveyard update going to happen? On Halloween, it makes sense. When's a holiday update going to happen? There's only one holiday that we in the West call the holiday. It's Christmas, right? Update 2 with the laboratory. That's... I don't know what the context behind that changes. I mean, maybe it's like, Ah, I know. When we unleash the sewer mutants in New York. Yes. So apparently the update came out today, which I didn't know. I actually just woke up and I was like, oh, cool. That's why I was downloading something. That's why I probably looked like bad for a while. Now, there's a new region called the Sonic Necropolis. Face off against skeletons and ghouls in a new region, the home of Lothus, okay? Where you can actually deal with Lothus now. Now, if you've seen my Tales of Tactics playthroughs, you've seen Lothus here and there. He kind of like shows up as part of that final sort of like, Elite 5 run to the very, very end. And you can sometimes face him, but you never get to interact with him, right? Same with, there's also another gnome character as well, right? This is interesting because it means that I was correct in that all those characters were planned and that they're going to bring them, into the game eventually with these updates. You're getting a new character who has an entirely new mechanic, which is the opposite of the mechanic that you get from the character codes. A dwarvish fighter, Thet Berhud, who values quality over quantity with a lower max army size. They excel at item manipulation, unequipping, and deconstructing items at will to create perfectly itemized units. So you have less units, but you have, higher customization ability with them. I'm curious if that even, is good, because it seems pretty awful if you think about it. That game is, very, very heavily based on how many units do you have to work with. The only one that, the only time when having more units sucks is when they're all common units. But ideally, you want more and more and more. But you can see, there's even a new character. Look at that thing. It looks like an archangel of some kinds. Or just like a weird, spooky death, Grim Reaper type of thing. There's these bonus spooky legends. Activating this feature introduces three new legends to the draftable unit pool. And they all have unique skills. And future updates will expand on this event with more new legends. Selecting them from available legend packs similar to bonus traits, which is actually pretty nice. Because right now, you have three different bonus trait packs, and then they're planning to do the same with like that. There's a new difficulty modifier, which I mean, we played a bit with a new difficulty modifier. It's really hard, really hard. There's new advanced vaults, which is very interesting because the current vault is just a duplicate vault, which it's really easy to just do it, and then you always benefit from it in some way, right? Because you basically save more on average compared to just re-rolling. But these new vaults, I'm curious what they are, because apparently the reward structure is completely different. And Into the Void, when Into the Void is active, 16 is placed into the Void at the start of each run, banished from appearing. This is actually a really cool unlock because it means that you have, a higher chance of a better chance of tearing up the ones that you currently have. And there's full patch notes. Within the patch notes, they I think they link to a Google Doc somewhere. I think. Let me see if I can open this. Hey, yep, that's a Google Doc. All right, let's just go to the Google Doc. Yeah, there's a lot. But this update also includes their Unreal Engine 5 update, along with a whole bunch of other quality of life fixes, more unlocked bundles, more changes to perks, increasing combat rewards, increasing or unlocking new tokens even. Wait, what? Add to commands that use a lot of hex tokens. Oh wait, that's actually sick. There's new different skills, there's new different types of things. Teak is finally oh my god, thank god. They finally made Teak useful. He now grants him and himself and the closest ally a Bramblebird, which applies shield, thank god. I hated running Teak as a stalker because he kept running away. But now stalker might be busted. So hey, we're gonna be playing this after because I'm very curious how this works. It's going to be interesting to see how much better the game is, and it's very interesting how quickly that they're moving, right? For such a new early access game, they're moving at like a pretty decent pace. At least if you compare it to games like, Project Zomboid. Not Project Zomboid is like a terrible game, but like, hey, that game took years. Years and years and years. It was dead for a long time. Then all of a sudden, they have a bunch of new updates, right? So, I'm glad that they're moving at a pace that keeps people sort of interested, right? I think it's a good choice to keep people interested in it as much as you can, because again, momentum is a huge part of like making any new like game, right? If you're making a new game and you drop momentum too early, it's really really bad, yeah. Because then people will just forget naturally. And for instance, I didn't know that Fortune's Run hadn't had a new update. There's actually an entirely new map, which I didn't actually know. There's both a new arena mode and also a new kind of like a smaller level or something. Oh wait, no, it's just a teaser for a new level. But the road map looks interesting, and I'm curious what the arena is like. We're gonna eventually revisit that game. I just need to figure out the scheduling in time, because again, today is a momentous occasion. We may actually beat the second game ever on stream. Now, if you've been in for a while, you know that we don't really finish games here, and I'll get into why that is. But we're gonna start this game up, and we're gonna see if we can finish Omori. Finally. Wait, only. Oh god.